Hello friends, this is Dr. Vijay Kumar. I am welcoming you all in my lecture on concept of heritability. First, I will request you all please visit the description of this video for the link of two important videos. The first is concept of breeding value and component of variances. The links for these two videos are available in the description section of this video. Please see those videos for better understanding of concept of heritability. As this topic related to heritability is very lengthy topic, very long topic, so I have divided this topic in three parts. In the first part, in today's video, I will discuss introduction of heritability, definition of heritability, types and general features related to heritability. In second part, I will discuss the myth or misconceptions related to heritability. There are several misconceptions attached with the concept of heritability. I will discuss those misconceptions, importance of heritability, use of heritability. In the third part, I will discuss methods, various methods for the estimation of heritability. So today, in the first part, I will discuss the introduction of heritability. As we know, there are three genetic parameters: heritability, repeatability, and genetic correlation. Out of these three, the heritability is very important. This video is concerned with the concept of one of the most important genetic parameter, namely heritability, which plays a vital role in the formulation of breeding plans for animal improvement. An important aspect of these plans is the choice of parents to produce next generation, on which the improvement depends. For selection to be effective, it is important that only the genetically determined variations should be utilized for permanent improvement of characters. For permanent improvement, the variation should be genetically determined. If all the variations found in the population is because of non-genetic environmental factors, selection of phenotypically superior animals will not result in genetic improvement in the next generation. So, an important condition for selecting animals is that out of total variation found in population, how much of this is because of the differences in genetic makeup of individuals. A quantitative measure of this is provided by heritability. Heritability measures the degree to which offspring resembles their parents in the performance for a trait. If a trait is highly heritable, in case of highly heritable trait, animals with a high performance tend to produce high performing offspring, and animals with low performance tend to produce low performing offspring. On the other hand, if the trait is not very heritable, if trait is low heritable, performance record of parents reveal little about progeny performance. For low heritable trait, the performance record do not tell anything about the progeny performance. If the heritability is high. If heritability is high, then in that case only, animal with high performance will produce high performing offspring. Traits with low heritability include those traits related to fertility such as lambing, calving, foaling percentage, litter size in swine, dogs and cats, litter size in swines, dogs and cats, and hatchability in chickens. So low heritable traits are generally related with fertility traits, reproduction related traits. Milk production and growth traits measured at weaning are examples of trait with medium estimates. So production traits, growth related traits are medium heritable traits. High heritable traits includes those measured in animal when they are more mature, such as carcass and mature weight. Heritability allows a comparison of relative importance of genes and environment to the variation of a trait. So, heritability tells about the relative importance of genes and environment. If trait is highly heritable, then in that case, for that trait, are more important. Genes are more important for controlling those traits. If heritability is low, in that case, environment is more important. Environment is controlling those type of traits. In the last slide, we have seen that fertility and reproduction related traits are low heritable. So for these traits, for reproduction related traits, environments are more important. These traits, last traits, which are related to mature weight and carcass trait, they are highly heritable traits. For these traits, genetics, gene are more important. Gene are mainly controlling these traits. But fertility related traits are mainly controlled by environment. A major principle of animal breeding is to select those animals to become parents that will improve the genetic level in the next generation. For quantitative traits, for that we are unable to observe the genotype. Again, we will have to understand why for quantitative traits we are unable to observe the genotype, because these quantitative traits are polygenic inheritance. They are controlled by 100 number of genes. So knowing genotypes for all the genes is very difficult work. So for quantitative traits, for that we are unable to observe the genotypes. We can only measure the phenotypic values. For quantitative traits, we can only measure the phenotypic value, which is influenced by both genotype and environment. Therefore, it needs a way to infer the breeding value from the phenotypic value in such a way to maximize the probability of choosing the correct animal to become parent. Most of the economic characters in farm animals that are of concerning to a breeder normally show continuous variation, because most of the economic traits are quantitative in nature, so they normally show continuous variation. There is a wide range of variability in these characters, which depends on the genetic makeup of the individual and the environment in which they are grown. For breeding plans, it is necessary to know the relative significance of the heritable and environmental variation of the character. Breeders use this variability for getting improvement in economic characters through efficient selection strategies. Heritability tells the breeder how much confidence to place in the phenotypic performance of an animal when choosing parents of the next generation. For example, if heritability is high for a trait, when heritability value is more than zero point 0.4, the animal's phenotype is a good indicator of genetic merit or breeding value. I will explain this point. If heritability is high, it is more than zero point 0.4, then the phenotypic value of an animal is reflecting his breeding value. For low heritable trait, when heritability is less than 0.15, an animal performance is much less useful in identifying the individual with the best genes for the trait. We will have to understand this point also. If heritability is low, it is less than 0.15, then phenotypic value is not reflecting, is not showing the breeding value of the animal. But in above case, when heritability was high, in that case phenotype is a good indicator of breeding value. These are some different ways to explain heritability. The most simple way to explain heritability is a ratio of genetic variance to the total phenotypic variance. When we will see the formula for estimating heritability in that section, it will be more clear. It will be discussed several times in that portion. The other way of defining heritability is the portion of differences in phenotypic values of a trait that are attributable to the differences in breeding value for that trait. Again, I am repeating because this is a good definition. Heritability is the portion of differences in phenotypic value of a trait that are attributable to differences in breeding value for that trait. So, heritability is the part of phenotypic value which is attributable to the breeding value. When we will see the formula for heritability, it is VA, variance, additive variance divided by phenotypic variance. So it is heritability is defined by, it is the part of additive genetic variance from phenotypic variance. And we know that additive genetic variance is directly correlated with the breeding value for a trait. Now, the next definition, which is the best, I think the best definition, heritability is the measure of strength of relationship between phenotypic values and the breeding values for a trait in a population. Simply, in a simple way, we can say that heritability is the relationship between, a strength of relationship between phenotypic value and breeding value. If heritability is high, in that case we can say that the relationship between phenotypic value and breeding value is high. If heritability is low, in that case relationship between phenotypic value and breeding value is low. When relationship between phenotypic value and breeding value is high, in that case, after seeing phenotypic value, we can say that yes, the breeding value of this animal is high or low. If phenotypic value is high and heritability is also high, in that case we can say that the breeding value of this animal will be high. If heritability is high and phenotypic value of a trait is low, in that case we can say that breeding value for this trait will be low for this animal. This is the understanding explanation of this definition. The other way of definitions are, these are few other way of defining heritabilities. Heritability is the square of the correlation between phenotypic value and breeding value. Heritability is the capacity of transmitting character from parents to offspring, or it is the fraction of parent superiority which is passed on to offspring. Heritability is a measure of degree to which offspring resemble their parents for a specific trait. Heritability is the regression of a breeding value on the phenotypic value. So these are 5-6 way of defining heritability. Now we will see the two way of expression of heritability. We can express heritability in two way. One is heritability in broad sense, another is heritability in narrow sense. From these two heritability way of expression, the heritability in narrow sense is much important, and when we simply say heritability, it means we are talking about heritability in narrow sense. First come to the heritability in broad sense. Heritability in broad sense is symbolized as capital H square or H square BS. BS stand for broad sense. So here heritability in broad sense is the ratio of genetic variance to the total phenotypic variance. It is ratio of genetic variance to the total phenotypic variance. Heritability in broad sense is the proportion of total phenotypic variance that is caused by genetic differences among individuals in a population. Since genetic variance is made up of additive, dominance and epistatic component, heritability in broad sense can be written as, here this is the expression, it is a ratio of additive variance plus dominance variance plus epistatic variance, and additive variance plus dominance variance plus epistatic variance plus environmental variance. It is ratio of these two part. The broad sense heritability measures the influence of all the genetic effect, additive and non-additive, and is therefore useful in studying the relative role of heredity and environment to total phenotypic variation of a trait. Genotypes as such are not transmitted from parents to the progeny. Any superiority or inferiority of an individual due to dominance and epistatic effect is broken down at the time of gamete formation. Consequently, the broad sense heritability is not useful in studying the degree to which differences among parents in a population are transmitted to their offspring. Why this is so? Because heritability in broad sense include the value of dominance and epistatic effects, and these dominance and epistatic effects are not transmissible. Broad sense heritability therefore has a limited practical use, as it cannot be used for predicting the performance of the progeny generation. The performance of progeny generation can be predicted with the knowledge of heritability in narrow sense. Now we will see heritability in narrow sense. It is symbolized as small h square or h square ns. Ns stand for narrow sense. Animal breeders are usually concerned with that portion of the phenotypic variation which is expected to be recovered or found in progeny generation. Of the total genetic variance, it is only the additive genetic fraction that is transmitted to the offspring, because dominance and epistatic effect are not transmitted from parental to progeny generation. Heritability in narrow sense is the ratio of additive genetic variance to total phenotypic variance. Narrow sense heritability is the proportion of phenotypic variance that is due to difference in breeding value of individual in a population. So narrow sense heritability is in formula you can show this narrow sense heritability by VA by VP, and we know that VA variance A is directly concerned with breeding value. So it is heritability in narrow sense is the proportion of phenotypic variance that is due to difference in breeding value. When heritability of a trait is high, for high heritable traits, differences in performance among animals for that trait are largely due to differences in their breeding values. The non-additive genetic effect, dominance and epistatic effect, and environmental factors contribute less to the phenotypic variation in that trait. On the other hand, when heritability is low, differences among individual performance in a population are caused more by differences in non-additive genetic effect and environmental effects, and less by differences in breeding values. This is comparison of expression for heritability in broad sense and narrow sense. In heritability in broad sense, beside additive variance, dominance and epistatic variance is also included in the numerator. So the denominator for the expression of both heritability in broad sense and heritability in narrow sense is same, and denominator is phenotypic variance, but the numerator is different. The numerator for heritability in narrow sense is the only additive genetic variance, while for heritability in broad sense it is the total genetic variance, which includes additive, dominance deviation and epistatic variances. The broad sense heritability is therefore expected to be greater than the narrow sense heritability. However, if the dominance deviation variance and epistatic variances are absent, if the summation of dominance deviation variance and epistatic variance is 0, then heritability in broad sense equals heritability in the narrow sense. It can therefore be stated that heritability in the broad sense is always greater than or equal to heritability in narrow sense. Broad sense heritability measures the total influence of genetics on the expression of trait, because it includes the contribution of both breeding value and gene combination values. It is not a particularly useful concept. The concept of broad sense heritability is not very useful, as gene combination values are not inherited. Broad sense heritability does not reflect the relationship between performance of animals and their parents. Here in this slide I am showing difference between broad sense and narrow sense heritability. These are points for broad sense heritability. It is ratio of genetic variance to phenotypic variance. On the other hand, for narrow sense, it is ratio of additive genetic variance to the phenotypic variance. For broad sense, it usually has a higher value than the narrow sense heritability because it includes the contribution of additive as well as non-additive genetic effects. For narrow sense, it usually has a lower value than the broad sense heritability because it includes the contribution of additive genetic effect only. For broad sense, it is useful in determining the relative influence of heredity and environment to the phenotypic variation in a quantitative traits. For narrow sense, it is useful in formulation of breeding program and in predicting genetic gain and breeding values. For broad sense, it is primarily of theoretical interest and has limited practical use. For narrow sense, it has wide application in the genetic improvement of livestock. So these are few basic differences between broad sense heritability and narrow sense heritability. Now we will discuss about the general feature of heritability. Heritability is the ratio of additive genetic variance to the total phenotypic variance in a population for a particular character. The value of the heritability can therefore change due to change in genetic variance, the environmental variance, or due to both. Environmental variance arises from the different environmental conditions encountered by different individuals in a population. Variable conditions of management, nutrition, hygiene, etc. increase environmental variance while uniform conditions decrease it. Thus, a population raised under very variable condition of environment is expected to yield low heritability. The same population, when raised in a carefully controlled uniform environment, in case of controlled uniform constant environment, the variance due to environmental variance will be very less, and environmental variance is found in denominator part. So in that case, the value of heritability will increase. We will have to understand this. In the formula VA by VP, the contribution of environmental variance is found in denominator, and if environmental variance will increase, it will decrease the heritability value. Unit and range of heritability, both the genetic and the phenotypic variance for a trait carry the same unit. Since heritability is the ratio of two types of variances, it does not carry any unit, or heritability is unitless. As a mathematical measure, heritability is always positive, ranging from 0 to 1, or in percentage term, it is 0% to 100%. Trait with heritability near to 0 are barely heritable. If heritability value is 0, then we can say that the trait is not heritable. But if the trait with heritability near to 1 are extremely heritable. Trait to trait variation in heritability. Heritability may vary from one trait to another in a given population for two reasons. The first reason, different traits may differ for the number of genes, average effects of genes, gene frequencies, and the type of gene action. For different traits, these things will be different. The number of genes, average effect of genes, gene frequency, and gene action. All these things will be different. So, heritability will be different. Secondly, the second cause for different heritability for different traits is traits differ in their susceptibility to environmental conditions. Some traits are more prone to changes in the environmental conditions than others. The traits which are more susceptible to changes in environmental conditions in general tend to have low heritability than those which are more resistant to changes in environmental conditions. Population to population variation in heritability. Heritability of a trait may also differ between populations because of differences in their genetic structure, environmental conditions, or both. For example, different populations reared under similar environmental conditions are likely to have different heritability for the same trait. On the other hand, the same population, when measured in different environments, may exhibit different heritability for the same trait. Hence, heritability is not fixed quantity, as it is the property of a particular trait in a particular population and reared under a given set of environmental conditions. So, if population change, if given set of environmental conditions change, then definitely heritability will change. Furthermore, heritability of a trait in a population undergoing selection may also change over time from either the change in genetic variance, environmental variance, or both. We are using selection in the population. When we will use selection in the population, then automatically the genetic variance will change, and when genetic variance will change, automatically your heritability value will change. So, time to time, with population to population, with place to place, heritability change. Representative value of heritability. The value of heritability calculated for a given trait is strictly speaking applicable only to that particular population reared under a given set of environmental conditions. As a general rule, heritability is classified as very low, low, moderate, and high for the sake of convenience, although the range of values for different categories is not clearly defined. The following values are generally accepted for different categories: very low heritability, less than 0.1, low heritability ranges from zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.2, moderate heritability ranges from 0.2 to 0.4, high heritability ranges from 0.4 to 0.6, very high heritability more than 0.6. A number of studies have been conducted in various species of livestock to estimate heritability of different traits. Estimates obtained in different studies have usually been different. However, certain typical ranges for heritability estimates have been observed. In given table, typical range of heritability for some economic traits in different species. I will present a table in which I will show the different values of heritability, range of heritability for different traits in livestock. A general examination shows that there is a general connection between the nature of character and the value of heritability across all the species. It can be seen that the trait closely related with the reproduction and survival have low heritability. Production trait like milk production, growth rate, wool yield, egg production, racing performance, etc., tend to have low to moderate heritability, while quality and composition traits are highly heritable. This is the table. Reproduction and the viability traits in all species, irrespective of species, low to very low to low heritability. Growth and production having low to moderate heritability. Composition and quality, high heritability. Morphological and skeletal measurements, very high heritability. So this is all for today. This is the first part of heritability. In the second part, the second and third part, I will explain the remaining portion of heritability. I will expect comments from your side for modifying, for betterment of this video. When you will write some comments, on the basis of that comment I will try to improve my presentation. If you have any queries, please ask me. I will be very happy to clear all those queries. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.